All right, let's talk about one of the most epic fantasy sagas ever written. But here's the thing, it doesn't start with once upon a time. Nope, it starts with fire and ashes and the end of a world for one small, quiet village. This is where a journey begins that's literally going to decide the fate of everything.
So you've got this one sentence, right? Spoken by a total stranger, and just like that, a young man's entire world just breaks. It's that gut punch moment when you realize everything you thought was safe is a lie. That the monsters in your nightmares, they're real. And worse, they're here.
So, a village under shadow. The aftermath of a nightmare. Yeah, we're not easing into this. We're dropped right into the smoke and the fear. Emond's Field, this tiny, forgotten village, has just been through hell. People are in shock, trying to process how the monsters from old stories just tore their home apart.
And right in the middle of all that chaos, the entire world shrinks down to just one room. You've got our main guy, a young shepherd named Rand al'Thor, and all he can do is watch his dad, Tam, barely holding on to life. It's that personal, desperate moment that grounds this whole epic story.
Okay, so now we get to the healer and the warrior. Mysterious strangers in a time of need. I mean, talk about timing, right? Two complete strangers show up just as the village is attacked. Total coincidence? No way. And these two, they're about to become the village's only hope, but they are so much more than they appear.
Yeah, these are not your average travelers. First, you have Moiraine Sedai. She's an Aes Sedai, which means she can wield the One Power, this incredible, mysterious force. In this part of the world, she's basically a figure straight out of a scary story. And with her is Lan Mandragoran, her warder. This guy is a warrior, stoic, deadly. You can just tell by looking at him, he's seen things.
So Moiraine goes to heal Rand's dad, and this is where we see what they're really up against. Tam's wound, it's not normal. It's been tainted by pure evil, something a normal healer can't fix. So Moiraine has to use this super rare artifact, an angreal, to channel enough power to cleanse it. This tells you right away, the fight isn't just with claws and teeth. It's a battle against an ancient, corrupting darkness.
But check this out. The healing does something else. It reveals a truth that's honestly way scarier than the wound itself. This wasn't some random monster attack. Oh no. They weren't just rampaging. They were hunting. This was a calculated precision strike. You look at all the destruction and it seems random, right? Just chaos. But it wasn't. The monsters, these Trollocs, were actually after something, or someone. They specifically hit the homes of three young guys, Rand, his buddy Matt, and another friend, Perrin. All that chaos was just cover for a very focused search.
And this is where Moiraine just drops the bomb. She tells them, in one of you, or all three, there is something the Dark One fears. And boom, that's it. That's the core question of this entire massive series. Think about it. A shepherd, a blacksmith's apprentice, and a kid who's known for pulling pranks. What in the world could they have that makes the biggest bad guy in existence afraid?
And if that wasn't bad enough, it gets worse. Leading this attack wasn't just some big, dumb Trolloc. No, it was a Myrddraal. They're also called Fades, or the Eyeless. These things are the absolute stuff of nightmares. They're the intelligent, terrifying commanders of the Trolloc armies. They're basically the special forces of the Dark One. And for one to be this far south, it's unheard of.
There's this amazing line, the look of the eyeless is fear. And that's not a metaphor. These things can literally paralyze you with a look. Even battle-hardened warriors freeze up. It's a primal, irrational terror. That's what was leading the charge on this little village.
So, let's talk about an impossible choice. The weight of the world, right? Imagine being Rand in this moment. You're just a shepherd, and all of a sudden, everything, your dad's life, your friends, your entire home, it's all on your shoulders.
And Moiraine lays it out for him. To save his home, he's the one who has to leave. It's a terrible, terrible irony. The very people he wants to protect are in danger because he's there. He's the bait. And as long as he stays, the monsters will keep coming back again and again.
So what do you do? I mean, really, what's the choice? Stay, and you pretty much guarantee your home gets wiped off the map. Or you run. You leave behind your father who's still recovering, leave behind the only life you've ever known, and just go. It's a brutal dilemma.
And of course, Rand is hesitating. Who wouldn't be? He's in denial. But Lan, the warder, he's not having it. He just cuts right to the heart of it with that quote.
Are you willing to bet your village on it, sheepherder? Your whole 2 rivers? He's not trying to be kind. He's forcing Rand to face the reality of the stakes. There's no room for maybe.
So the choice is made, and now the road ahead opens up. This isn't just about getting to the next village. This is the start of a massive journey into a world that, for Rand, has only ever existed in stories. Now, it's very, very real and very dangerous.
And Moiraine tells them where they're going. Tar Valon, this legendary city, the heart of Aes Sedai power. And you have to understand, for a kid from the 2 rivers, Aes Sedai are basically witches. The stories say you don't trust them, you fear them, and now these women are being sold as their only hope for survival. Talk about a tough pill to swallow.
So it becomes clear this isn't just about running away. It's a quest for answers. Moiraine presents Tar Valon as the one true place of safety. It's the only place they might finally figure out why they're being hunted. Why them? What's so special about these 3 boys? And that's the question that kicks off this whole incredible story, isn't it? You've got a shepherd, a blacksmith's apprentice, and a trickster. What could the Dark One possibly fear in them? What is it about these 3 that has the ultimate evil so freaked out that it sends its worst monsters after them? That's the mystery we're just beginning to uncover.
Finding that answer is one of the greatest journeys in all of fiction, and it all starts here. As they say in the books, the wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. And this is how that legend begins.